All right, good morning. Like we told you in the morning, we want to have a new segment that we're starting on the Power Breakfast Show. It's called the Man Cave. Basically, it's a time for for men to sit and discuss the things that are ailing, exciting us, causing us to laugh, cry. Well, we don't cry that much, but yeah, we get excited as well. So it's an opportunity for us to talk about a lot of things, and today we want to talk about a very interesting topic. It's about the chase. Yes, and how you approach the chase, when to give up, and also just different topics around that as well, and conversations around that. And of course, to help us to have this conversation, I'll start from my left. Last time this guy was here, I had to walk off set in protest. For political reasons. For political reasons.
I'm sorry for that.
Pastor Kuria.
Yeah.
Karibu sana.
Asante sana.
Yes, and then of course we can't have a man conversation without we can get railroaded. We can tunazadhani tuko sawa lakini tuko sawa. So we have to have a woman's perspective, and for that we have Sheila Kwamboka.
Yeah, I'm technically the moderator of this man conversation.
Keeping us all together.
You can call it whatever you want.
She's a spy. She's a spy. Yeah, she's here to spy on us, and of course the man making the accusations is Mr. Roy Karuhizi, who is a man. Believe me. To join the conversation, the hashtag to use is Power Breakfast or Man Cave. But for now, today, let's use Power Breakfast. Send your questions, your views, your comments as well. And also, the SMS line is 22422. So get texting. We'll be sampling those as we move along. So I guess, like you say, we want to talk about the chase. And I'll start with, since I always say my mom watches the show, so we'll start with the ladies. And we'll start with Sheila.
Yeah.
What do you think about the chase right now? I mean, in the 21st century, modern day, 2017.
Yeah.
What do you think about each of this?
I think a lot of things haven't changed because we still do like the way society is set up is the guy is the one who does the chase, and there's so many things about the chase that don't make sense, especially the fact that you're mentioning 2017. Long gone are the days, where if you wanted a girl, you go to the village and kidnap her with your cousins and run away. That was part of our culture. And later on, we got to this space where, when you see a girl, you approach her, and then 2 seconds later, you're married and you live together for 60 years. Now we're seeing like marriage is a different sort of conversation. People don't really want to jump into that. And then there's relationships, and then how relationships are set up. But at the end of the day, I think the chase still remains. If I want, you ask me. If I want, yes. If I don't, forget it.
She has just been diplomatic. She has a job here permanently. Right? First of all, we're living in a very digital era. Things are fast. Things are moving on. Right now, there's apps for everything. We have got Pada, whatever.
There's Tinder.
Pata Dame app.
Kuna Pata Dame.
Yeah, it's going to be invented. Where you just press, within a week, within 2 hours. I mean, people have no time. Right? This is a very fast world. And if you take time, someone will find a quick replacement. Whether it's by app or USSD or by what, it's all on mobile.
Yes.
So I think it's a very impatient world. So that chase has no time today.
I think at my age now, we were chasing to get married. But nowadays, people are chasing to get other things.
Yes,
You get what I mean?
Praise the Lord.
So you find that the real man is gone. Who is a man? A man is a cultivator. What is the work of a cultivator? Is to change. Is to change the garden. You dress it. Nowadays, try to do that to a lady. Try to give her what you have in heart. She'll take advantage of it, and she'll need more.
Yeah, they don't want to.
They don't want to be cultivated. Yeah, because cultivating, I think it takes time. Because there is the digging, there is piganjembe, there is the pandering, and then kurimia, and then the whole thing come up. But nowadays, get a girl. Tomorrow, she's calling you and telling you, oh, when I left you, my phone broke.
My
phone broke. You just ask her, what kind of a phone are you using? No, it was Edge Note 6 Edge. Note 6 Edge. Alaburu, Note 6 Edge is over 70,000.
Yes.
How much am I supposed to give the dowry for the girl?
Yes.
Look,
it is. When I was getting married, I gave 8,000.
8,000.
8. I started with guy.
When it was short term loan.
No. It was, I got married in 1984.
Okay.
Okay, that was a lot of money.
Those days, that's when marriage was given value. Today, this chasing, hata hujui nani anachezi mwingine, by the way.
But one thing, can I agree? Can I just agree on that thing of planting? Yeah?
Okay.
Because as he's saying,
kupanda mbegu
I mean, that time that's taken to plant. Today she wants you to plant a seed, but it grows into a 4-wheel drive. You can't.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. You know, with all you guys, I mean, at the end of this conversation, it has come down to financial. And let's be honest. As you're trying to holler at me, you're trying to, tell me how you know, your heart is bleeding for me. There's a guy who's just, showering me with things. At the end of the day, look, even as you're talking about cultivation and when you're paying for dowry, this is not the same age, but at that point, if like the woman is looking for stability in so many aspects. Right now, if my car, look, right now, to make a decision. Right now, if my car kwama somewhere and I'm with the guy, I mean a typical Nairobi guy, and I ask him, yo man, the car's kwama, the first thing he thinks of is calling AA. But the time of my dad, when dowry and things would happen, you get the guy will jump out of the car and go and open the bonnet and start fixing it. So
you can employ a mechanic.
Exactly.
It's a financial.
I can be able to get my own mechanic. Look, things are financial.
Okay.
At the end of the day, things are financial.
Well, I think that's where the investigation comes in, because when you want to say that things have changed, I agree with Sheila to this extent. Things have changed in terms of the process. Even the way when you chase, let's say what the chase has changed into. At that time, the research of the chase was about whether you like someone or they like you.
Yeah.
Right? But now it's an investigation process. In Aitwa, you're finding out, for the guy, his chase is a financial investigation. That's what the chick is trying to find out. Anado, semi-permanent money or very permanent money.
Yeah.
Well, for the guy, he's doing for an ethical research. Alikuwa na nani na takuwa na nani na tukuwa ngapi. It's an investigation. It's an investigation case. So you're not chasing someone's heart, you're chasing the history.
The history.
That's as simple as it is.
Alright, you wanted to say something?
I wanted to say something here. When I was a young preacher, now I've grown old, I was hearing preachers saying that ladies should write the qualities of men they want. Okay? Number one, today, if you tell them to write the qualities, they'll start with financially able.
Yeah.
Stable, sana. Stable, sana.
Stable,
financially stable. Yeah? A humble guy. Now, when I am financially able, how can I be humble?
No, humility is usually number 6.
You get what I mean? Well, because men, by nature, we are explorers.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Sheila disagree.
I'm listening to you guys' conversations. Guys, y'all think like, okay, fine. They say men are from Mars, women are from Venus. You also have to understand the kind of pressure that men give women. Look at women today. Before, like, all I had to do was just be round and chubby and, nice and healthy. I have to have those, childbearing, hips. And you see me by the river and you're like, that's the one I want. And you and your cousins come and, collect me. But this is not the same age. Mara, you want a skinny girl, you want a light-skinned girl. I'm making those investments on myself. And hey, by the way, you want me to look like that. A wig or a weave goes for about 450,000 Kenya shillings. Bro, unafanya hapo mjengo na uko na 8,000 bob. Tunaweza saidiana aje?
Lakini si kuna wig
tunaweza saidiana aje? That's what you want.
Right.
That's what you want.
Right.
When you look at other girls, you're like, hey, mbona, we go somewhere, you're looking at the light-skinned girl, you're looking at the...
Shira,
and I have to make that investment in myself.
Don't live in your own world, whereby you think that you don't also need men.
Oh, yeah, we do.
Yeah, you need men.
Yeah.
But that's what she's agreeing.
That's what I'm saying.
About financial stability.
Financial stability comes like that.
The worrying part is where this is gone, is the degree to which the financial stability is more important. As I told you, you're looking for the chick, or you're looking for her ethical background. For her, the financial investment has become the first round. In fact, if the account is below, the one where you can't even withdraw, it starts laughing at you when you go into the ATM, it throws back jokes at you. If you reach that level, there's no point of negotiation, right? So we're not investigating. What we're saying is there's a drop in the search for the character. The character doesn't matter anymore. You can marry us.
Do you want to say that I am not a man when I don't have money?
I don't want to say it. I just want to imply.
I just want to say that's what society has put out there.
Okay.
That's what society has put out there.
Accepted.
If look, I'm not saying that this goes out to every woman. I know a lot of women who are supporting their husbands, who are supporting their boyfriends.
Yes.
From the first moment, I mean, I can go to my make shop and I meet the guy and I'm just like, this guy is handsome, this guy. But it's not the same thing for guys. A guy wants you to meet some impossible standards, you know, just so that he can compete with. Just go to weddings. Go to weddings. Where are the average looking girls? Where are the average looking girls? You're the last to be married. It's the truth. The average looking girls are the last to be married because everybody wants to go for the light skin, for the what?
No, you're complicated. Now look at her.
Hold on. All right. So even as we talk about that, you brought up something very important about the chase. Like you said, nobody's looking for the ethics per se. They're looking for other things, right?
Yeah.
But also, let's throw a bone to the ladies. Here comes a man who, while he's chasing, pengine ameenda kwa Pasakuri amesema nisaidie ile Range Rover niende. Then of course pengine amekopa, ameenda kwa Robert Oshire Karanja amempatia 10,000.
Why you call him Karanja?
Amempatia 10,000 and then so the date is done. So then Sheila aingie box. Sasa reality inatoka. So is the chase authentic? That's what I want to know. Is the chase right now? Is it authentic?
I mean, if I'm chasing money, it's authentic that I'm chasing it. Let's face the fact. But what I'm just saying is, the chase right now is authentic in the sense that it is very clear cut what both parties are looking for.
Yes.
As I've told you, the guy is looking for a chick who doesn't have a history or will not in future give him problems in terms of, let me say, she might not be too generous. With her talent. Kusaidiana. Kenya. Right? And while the chick is looking for something that's very stable, I think we're clear cut on what we want. What we're just challenging is if financial measurement is going to become an issue, Willis, then in that case you're locking out certain people not to qualify as men.
Of course.
So that
don't qualify.
So you agree on that, Sheila?
Look, at the end of the day, when it comes to the chase, let's be real.
Right.
Nobody is putting out their worst qualities, okay? And that becomes the lie. That becomes the fallacy. That becomes the hyper-inflated expectations in the beginning of a relationship. So that's why we call it the honeymoon phase. You know, when you're going to the nice restaurants, when you're dressing up well, you're showing off the cars, and the lady also is playing her part in line because, you know, she's got the excessive makeup, she's got the, you know, basically you're all just not showing the negative aspects of who you are, which is already a lie.
What she's saying is it's a job interview.
Yes.
It's a job interview.
At the end of the day.
Can I throw something in here? God does not give you a complete thing. God gives you material to make what you want. Shira, the husband that you got is in your head. But the guy you got is the material to make what is in your head. So I want also men to run something here. That we don't need to be lazy. Because when you are lazy, you are depending on the girl.
Yes.
When you are depending on the girl, she'll not give you the value. Because in the first place, you are supposed to make her, to cultivate her, to dress her, to change her. Okay? When she comes to you in that way of thinking, then she'll be humbled. But when she comes to you that now I'm the boss, I have everything, you know, this guy, I'm going to make him, I'm going to change this guy. Yeah. That you'll not go far. That love has an end.
Can I support that? As you're saying, you've asked us truly whether it's authentic or not.
Right.
The fact and the reality is, it's all fake. Everyone is going for a job interview. Guys wear ties who have never worn a tie in their life. In fact, in a mnyonga for interview, another kupa for interview. But he's doing that to make an impression. And I'm saying, when it comes to the truth fact, I only support Sheila in one sense. That of all the packaging that is done, men are the ones who package themselves the most. Right? The guy creates a certain lifestyle, a certain image that he doesn't lead. But the reason why he's creating that package during the point he's chasing is because those are the things expected of him. So he has to create them because they're not part of him. She's not going to accept him for who he is. So he has to create a package. Like, she likes short guys, so I'm told, let me just start walking on my knees.
But here's the thing.
That's what you want.
Here's the thing as well. Look, at the end of the day, I think when it comes to when financial stability is involved, the standards of what is expected of the guy also lower. We don't care about loyalty, you don't care about all those things, because at the end of the day, look, you go into this knowing that especially if a guy has all these things going on for him, he's not gonna be settled with just one lady. And this is just history. This is not like, this is just facts put out there. Okay. So at the end of the day, also the crazy expectation to the woman becomes, I have to compete and be the best out of all the women out there so that nobody else will capture his attention. And I know, Pastor, you want to interject and say, love, you know, God, give us this love. But out here, people are operating in the church. But there, Sunday, ukwanga church imeja, as a neighbor, there's an echo in the estate. But at the end of the day, the largest contractions of HIV is nafanyika wapi? Kwenye hizo ndoa. Which means there's a huge amount of expectation to the woman. Exactly. Because as soon as I've got you see, for the guy, once he gets you, mekanyaga break mazee amekwambia ingia kwa nyumba, that's over. But for the chick, that's where the work starts. That's where the job starts.
I think we need to go into that thing of how long.
Yeah, we're going to go into it. Yeah, we're going to go in a minute. We're going to go in a minute, but I want to flip the conversation as well, because coming from somebody, our viewer who is watching us from Mombasa, Mikindani. It's a semester on 22422, and you can SMS as well. It is 222. From Mikindani. Anaitwa Leon, and he says, Madam wa siku hizi ni mafisi kuliko wanaume. So now my question is, what happens when... Yes, what happens when there is the chase? Yes, the traditional man go to look for woman. What happens when woman is looking for man? Since we have a lady, Sheila, hands on now.
Look, in fact, it's so interesting you asked that, because about last Friday, I had a conversation, and the guy was like, hey, unajua nilienda estate ingine huko, madem ndio wanakatia machali. Paka nilihepa. So I was like, what is so wrong with the lady hollering at the guy? But you know, traditionally, men feel emasculated if a lady approaches you. But look at, in a situation where a lot of, we've just discussed how guys approach you, and then as soon as that store, as soon as he has you ndani, anarudishia hiyo the Range Rover mwenyewe, he doesn't even care anymore. You understand? He's already, because I think for guys the chase is more exciting than the actual capturing.
But I'll tell you why the chase is more exciting. But first of all, before I even say agree with you that the chase is more exciting, the fact is, as you're saying, I don't think there's anything wrong with the lady chasing the guy.
No, but a lot of guys don't like it.
You know why they don't like it? Because our point is, men became very suspicious of the cause of the chase, right? It's very, men will not believe she genuinely wants me, or he'll ask for what reason. The moment the guy starts getting chased, what's he going to do, Willis?
Yes.
First the fact, some more he's going to now start his investigations. What kind of chick is this? Does she usually chase women? What kind of background does she have?
If you accept with me, when you say that we are now digital, what do you understand with digital? Digital is not only in the computer, you know, paternity and whatever.
It's in the life.
Yeah, it's also changing, because I don't see anything wrong with a girl catering.
There's nothing wrong.
Yeah? The problem is when they get into the house, making it home.
It will become a problem.
It will become a problem. Number two, this guy who have been catering by a girl. One day utaingia kwa nyumba and you hit your child the butt like this, and the mother will tell the girl, the child, kuja hapa wachana na yeye.
No, I don't think
she owns you.
No, I don't. You know, I think you're getting it a bit wrong, because look, there's a lot of guys. You know, you guys are steady at being the alpha male. Not every guy out there is an alpha male, okay? There's a guy there who, he really is a genuine guy. He's got a nice heart, you can tell, but he's not, and he keeps just giving you the side eye. Every time you Peter, he's just looking at you. He's not making the move, and it's neutral. So what does it mean? You sit there, Paka, you become 60. No, you just approach the guy and be like, hey, let's have lunch.
That will become,
and that doesn't necessarily mean, hold on, that doesn't necessarily mean that when you get into marriage, I'm gonna be like, no, I was just helping you take that extra step. Ladies, you know how many guys you'll sit with a Mekweka engagement ring for 7 years, he can't, he really just can't take the extra step. Or you've been dating for 7 years, he can't engage you. That's why you.
But what we're saying is, it's wrong. We're just saying you're setting yourself up in the sense that once that's the role you've taken and the initiative you've taken, what ends up happening is the guy sits back and expects she's the one who does the work, right? You've created a monster where your expectation, in fact, when the car gets that puncture, he's going to turn to you and say, so tengeneze number AA. Yeah. Because I'm just saying you're putting yourself in a very sensitive situation by driving things.
But as well as even as we talk about that, you know, there's So that happens both sides, because like you say, there's a time you can wait on jama
and I waste time.
And I waste time to talk about the element of time, right? So how long should a chase last? Like, when do you know but it's not coming through?
You see, a chase to us now, when we are doing counseling, is also called the time you give a lady and the time she gives you. A lady can pretend for 1 year, but a man can only pretend for 6 months. So I think the chase should not last for more than 1 year. Otherwise, you are
finding a device.
So sorry.
Mungu anakataa kitu.
You should not waste one another's time by going for 2 years. What are you looking, by the way, for 2 years in somebody?
Okay, Willis, I'm going to disagree with the pastor just for
okay. Let me finish. Let me finish. After I know her, her pretense is over.
Yes.
I know her. My pretense is over. She knows me. What else are we waiting?
Why are we taking time? Yes,
exactly. Ni maombia nini ati Mungu tusaidie? Hapa hakuna kitu Mungu atatusaidia. Hapa ni sisi to make decision. That now we can go, be together, make our home.
Can I tell you why I agree or disagree? It's only for a short while. I agree with him in the sense that there's a time where we have to realize that we are chasing and the game has to end. Right? But the reality is, I think a chase is determined by the quality of what you're chasing. The same way I chase a car to buy is not the same way I chase an Uber. Yeah, in your siku moja Uber lazima nifike huko nitoke. Right? So if you're going to dump after 2 months or 2 weeks of chasing, like it's just an Uber. You're just unapitia. If it's really something that's high quality, it's a good quality car, utaendelea. Right? Because it's a vehicle you're going to travel with for a long period of time. And I don't know why I'm supporting that.
I don't even know what you guys are talking about, because at the end of the day, when it comes down to, there's the chaser and the chasee.
The chasee.
And the power lies within the chasee. At the end of the day, the chasee being the person, it could be even the guy.
Right, okay.
So whoever is chasing needs to understand that the prey wants to be caught. Yeah. And usually with women, like for example, there are guys who, honestly, I feel like sometimes guys don't have that no is no, because I grew up in a society that was telling you a woman's no means yes. Yeah. And so a lot of guys have actually sat there and they're like, she'll crack. Sometimes what you have actually done is like you've just wasted your energy 2 years later, and then you're just like, oh, chicks are bad. No. As soon as I met you and you asked me, I already knew X, and that was the end of the story. But
the reason why you knew X.
But ladies love to be chased. Right. So if I want you to chase me, I'll say no, but I'll drop for you a hint to continue. You understand? So if I cut communication off of
for example,
I'm telling you, stop following me, stop texting me, stop calling me, as in I'm even getting upset, and you're still thinking,
different, yes.
Yeah, stop it. No, you're psychotic.
So, for example, before you just give like a practical example,
don't point at me.
For example, so what would you do? Like, help the brothers.
Yeah.
What would it be like when you say, okay, I'm saying no, but what are you talking about? Like,
in fact, he said it in his own point that a guy can be chasing you for, if he wants to, DT Dogi the story or Uber the story. Yeah. So, and chicks are also not. Women, we're not foolish. You can tell a guy who's chasing you for the long run and a guy who's just, who just wants to get.
Shira, can you answer me? Can you answer me this question? We are in the church.
Yeah.
Here comes a girl. I need her, and she's beautiful. And I just told her, please, I want you to be my wife.
Yeah.
Should you tell me, let's go and pray, and we pray for 2 years, and you have the answer
immediately?
Yeah? I want you to give me the answer immediately. No.
Yeah.
All yes. If yes, let's go and pray for now God to give us
guidance.
The guidance. But when you tell me I'll think about it, and you think about it for 2 years, Surely.
No, but
it's not my fault that you're still hanging around for 2 years. It isn't. And by the way, if I'm keeping you for 2 years, just know
it's a really
I'm not.
Capital no.
I'm just not. Don't go and ask God to, break me. Don't ask God to get into my spirit.
You know, for 3 years we are growing old, both of us.
Exactly.
Yeah, we are growing old, both of us.
Keep in mind, I'm not interested. That's where you stop chasing.
There's something called persistence and consistency. Consistency and persistence are very important if you want something. I'm still insisting the value of the prize determines how long you chase it. Because you might find she's a good girl, but you don't realize you're a good guy, and it takes time.
Yeah. So there are two reasons
before she realizes that you're a good guy. So it's up to you to first know yourself. Go look in that mirror, and if you know you're a bogus pal, don't be wasting your time. If you know you look in that mirror and it doesn't look like an ape, it does look like a normal human, then you know that I need to insist because I'm a good guy and I just need her to get the message through. Sometimes women women are very stubborn. It'll take time before she realizes he's actually a good guy. I know guys, women have been chased for a long period of time, and the guy this guy chased him for 1.5 years. Then eventually she realized what she had been chasing away.
And here's the thing.
Guy.
Also,
so you insist. I've told you it's not a taxi.
And here's the thing, ladies also do their research. When you go, it's not only guys who do their research and be actually wangapi, nani. They also don't want someone who's, because I need to know, is this a guy who is committed? And as soon as I make a few phone calls, I'll be told, that guy, we are mefagia the whole city of Nairobi. So, do I want that kind of guy? No.
Are you depending on other people's opinion or upon the guy to decide whatever you want? Or the research that you are doing it objectively. Objectively.
Of course, I have to do my research objectively. If everybody is telling me that this guy, and there's evidence that, maybe, for example, if a guy has been hitting his ex-girlfriends, that's just precipice for disaster. I'm not going to take that guy. That's never, that's not the kind of guy. If he's been cheating on his previous girlfriends, I'm not going to, come to be the one to change him. And I'm sorry, Pastor, I don't agree with the fact that I should take the mold and work with it. Go fix yourself, mold yourself. Let me sit here working on myself. And then when we're done, let's meet.
She wants to buy ready-made. Ready-made men. And they are very expensive. Ready-made men are expensive.
They are very expensive. Because somebody else somewhere made that guy to look the way she.
So you guys can't make yourselves. What am I hearing here? You can't make yourselves.
You can make ourselves.
So make yourselves.
It's a partnership.
It's a partnership. God said, get that woman. Let that woman be your helper.
Help me.
What are you coming to help me if I'm already helped myself?
Okay, so we are over there building a home together and everything. But at the end of the day, look, you see, this is usually the fallacy that happens. That the woman should be perfect and the guy should come with all his iniquities. And when you meet at that at the church to get married, you forgive him for all his sins and it's like you have taken someone from kindergarten, alafu nenda kumfundisha. No, I also and this is what I'm talking about. 27
Men don't make home. Men make houses.
Yes, women make homes.
Women make homes.
Also, women are part of making houses and homes. Now, here's the part where
come on,
she builds a house and builds a home, and you still want her to take you and start molding you.
Okay, Sheila, yes, I'm gonna confess one thing. I'll have to confess on her point. There are more women who are ready-made than men who are ready-made. That's why we need your help. Because men come in, they have got patches, bidonda panel beating, kuna ingine ikuna gari jitu.
And that's what I'm saying. A lady can see through that. You can see a guy who you can make a home with, and a guy who you can make babies with. And it's the woman's choice. At the end of the
same guy?
Whether you look,
how is it becoming a different guy?
Excuse me, guys, are we talking like we're pretending like we're in Saudi Arabia and the government is watching us, or are we talking the truth? The reality of fact is that there are a lot of single parents out there. There are people who choose to go in to just get the babies, and there are people who choose to go and get their marriage. And look, if I've taken time, I've worked on myself, I've built myself, I'm not looking for someone who's still trying to figure himself out. Look, that is what we're taught. Go for someone who is confident.
You know what she's saying?
Yeah.
She's just saying she wants to see if he's ready-made, and she tells me, okay, is this your bank account or my phone number?
It's not just bank account. Even thinking.
To be fair to Sheila,
with someone who's
hold on.
No,
to be fair to her, she's actually talking about. I think I get what she's saying.
I agree.
Yeah, it's a partnership.
It's a partnership, but I'm just saying we come with more damages. It's a reality.
But it's not a reality.
But
it's not a reality. This is the excuse that guys have used to always just, you know, like a guy cheats on you and is like, unajua sisi machali mazee. Mungu alisema no.
Mungu alisema Adam na Hawa.
We're all look.
Mungu alisema tuna mbegu, kazi yetu ni kupanda kila shamba unaovuta.
I don't agree with that.
Hakuna kitu kama hiyo.
We also have to come in with a bit of a clean, a bit of a good job.
Yes.
But as we're saying, it's the problem with chasing. It's all about packaging. And as we said, in tradition, we enjoyed the packaging. These days, we need to know from day one, as Pastor said, what are you and who are you, and let's not waste each other's time.
Exactly.
So that is also calling upon women not to make me chase you for the sake that it's tradition I should chase you.
All right. So now, even as we're wrapping it up, because there's a lot of comments here as well, and so there's some as we wrap it up, you know, I mean, I guess again we'll have to start with Sheila on this because Msema lazima.
You're becoming biased.
No, lazima tuanze
because this thing is called man cave.
Kwa sababu
now just cleaning is becoming woman.
No.
Woman
because this
she's turning the case to
becoming a flat woman.
Don't worry.
We are starting with her because of picking up from where she left off, and what you said as well about being ready-made. So just advice, you know, because what do you think men are doing wrong in this the chase?
Wow. Thank you very much for this question. I have been waiting for this opportunity my whole entire life.
Now you know we have to walk off. You take half an hour now.
I'm just going to tell you one thing that I feel guys, as in, stop it. Catcalling. There's nothing that dehumanizes a woman. And women will tell you, there's no woman out there who's been told, I say, wait. And it's just like natural. It's just natural.
That's talk. We don't do that.
That is, you're talking
Wrong
about
guy.
like 10% of the population. Just go out there.
You know what?
In fact, one of these shows, one segment, we should all just dress up like, you know, wigs and nini, and we go out to the street and you get to experience what it is to be a lady in Kenya. And this actually goes out to everywhere in Africa. That a guy, I'm 5'11". One of the key things anywhere I go that people will tell me, hey, American height, hey, just stay. And I'm
that's not chasing. That's catcalling.
That's what I'm saying.
We're talking about a chase here.
No, that is the first step. That is the first step. That's what I'm telling you. You're talking about you like 10% of the population. Okay.
Unless you're getting a material and a out, that's when I'll call her like that.
It's not just out, bro. Let me just tell you. Just deal with it. 80% of the population. That is just what you're getting. Like the guy, the first approach is he starts by catcalling you. You know what? As soon as you do that, I have X'd you. In fact, you're not even an X. You're like, I've V'd you.
Okay, let's say it passes that stage. What's the next mistake we make? Because that one, it's just animal behavior.
Yeah. Number two, of course, in Kenya, which I've also mentioned, is the fact that guys don't understand no means no. Like, a woman's no doesn't mean yes. And this actually, as much as, you know, as much as we're just, you know, having a simple conversation, this actually goes deeper because there are guys who think that no, when a chick says no, then they end up forcing themselves on the woman. Just like we give you the benefit of doubt when you say that you don't want me, I walk away, or if I'm psychotic, I stalk you and do all sorts of things. Also respect the woman when she says no. No means no. Like, if you want to, if she does want you to follow, she will leave you some hints. She'll be like, But like, if she says, stop calling me, stop texting me, stop it, leave her.
Okay, you see, what she's doing is she's not helping us by telling us what's the right way to approach a woman. By telling me when a no means no, it's not helping me approach her.
No, if you don't understand no means no, that's okay.
We're saying you have proceeded beyond the no.
Okay,
right.
She's not giving any advice. Have you noticed she's ended at no?
Okay, so let's say sasa umekubalia mtu.
Okay.
Yes.
What's the right way? You tell us.
I mean, different women have different approaches, but of course, if you're going to approach me and you know you're wasting your time, like you know you're just the story for the Uber and the car
and the car.
If you're looking at me as an Uber, it's very easy to know because chances are you're trying to pick me up from the club and you're just trying to take me home. If you want to get to know me, chances are you'll pick my number and you know, or you find a way to get my number. Yes, you won't push at that time. That's not the time to nimekununulia drinks sasa tuende. In fact, but that thing for drinks.
Shira unaongea kama unakaaga dunia yako peke yako.
Kwa nini?
Because girls knows that I'm married already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You meharibu.
They know it that I am married. But when they see me driving my car, when they see me touching the wall, chukua mpesa, you are getting another eye which shows you that I don't care whether you have a wife or you don't have a wife. So here, men are two types. There are men who chases knowing that they don't have any future.
Yeah.
With the person they are chasing. Yeah? But the person who is being chased thinks that she has a future.
Yes.
But here's the thing.
You get what I mean?
You know, you have to categorize these two different types of relationships. Okay? This and I know now we are going to open a can of worms, which you've decided to pick out of the shelf. So let me open it. Number one, there are monogamous relationships. Yes. Okay? And number two, there are polygamous relationships. Okay? Just because I'm looking at you and you're married doesn't mean that this is not cheating. This is, I want to be in your life. And the fact that you take me, if you want to call it a gashongwa, a side, whatever, that is a second wife. Okay? The fact that you have accepted my... And by the way, keep in mind, there's one important fact I forgot, yeah? The chase does not start with the guy.
Okay.
It's the woman who initiates the chase. If a woman wants you, all of a sudden you start gravitating towards her. Okay? You won't know what is happening, but she will rope you in. Yes, but if she does not want you, that's when you end up doing a chase for 2 years.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I totally agree with her. Unfortunately, once in a while, I totally agree with that. In the sense that, of
that's
course...
like 5 times now.
No. Yeah. It's not a bad day. I just woke up on a bad day agreeing with a woman the whole day. What a waste of your money. Anyway, what I agree with is the fact that you need to start learning to collect the signs of when the no is coming. Yeah. Right? But the one thing I don't agree on is immediately accepting no's. Yeah? Because if you really want something and what you want is quality, as I've told you, CO temporary, it's not use and dispose, then you will persist. You'll insist for a little bit longer, right, on what it is. What I totally insist on is, please, we're living in a digital era. Don't push the guy to go and look for a woman through an app. Yeah? If you know that you want the guy and you're interested in the guy, give some audience in today's world where there's no time to accommodate the guy immediately and move things faster. We don't need to go back to all those traditional things, Sheila, of dragging guys along for a whole year before you really decide, you know what, I am changing supermarkets.
But here's the thing. Right. A guy is looking for... You see, you're also superficial. Let's be real. Right. There's a lot of superficialness going on, and that's why... that's the only reason I agree with the pastor, is that if feelings are involved, like if you like someone, then drop the superficial act. In fact, I feel
we're asking you guys to do that.
No, even guys, you need to stop with the superficial stuff. Look, if I meet you the first time,
come real.
You live in an SQ and you're starting out life. Show me that part. Okay. In fact, if you can't be able to take me to an item, then come up with the thought. Come up with the thought.
Then I'll never win any woman. No. I'll never win any woman if I lose. I lose everything.
Honesty.
This doesn't go for every woman. And this also doesn't go for every man. Okay? Hence, most of you are in superficial relationships, and the real ones are seated back, cool and popcorn, saying, what problems are these?
These guys all right, I'm agreeing with you.
Yes.
Again.
But referring on the point that absolute honesty can be a dangerous thing. Can be the end of something before it starts.
So you want us to live superficial lives?
No, I'm just saying it needs to be packaged.
Okay. Well, all right. So if we are real, you'll tell a lady where you stay.
Yes.
If you are real.
Yeah.
Hakuna haja ya kwenda kupanda gari ya Kiririshwa na unakaa Kawangware. Ati na utoke hiyo stage nyingine ndio umshow umeenda Kere. You know? It's good to be honest with yourself.
Yes.
And as a man, when you are honest with yourself, that's when God will give you a way to get an honest lady.
Yes. Apo sawa. I want to just take last comments from, we're getting online here because of time. First of all, 2242 Citizen anasema there are very successful marriages where a woman made the first move and they are very happy, like somebody else. Ametaja Muto hapo. That's John from Busia. David from Nairobi says, actually the whole issue of the chase game changed when women started amassing so many rights, leaving the male child to sit on the fence. But Simba ni Simba, lazima afukuzie swara ndoale. And then Litton says Sheila is really keeping it real. Victor Ocheng from Kakamega said, is asking what is the ideal gap. We'll talk about that. That's another topic for another day. And then somebody says this is good. There are shy guys out there. In such a case, I think the girl should make the move.
Yeah.
I am one such guy who is in the 18th year in marriage, and my wife made the move because she noticed I was too shy to make the very move. And then finally we have on Twitter, we have Nancy Mutindi. It says, I have been in a relationship for 6 years now, and my friend in the 11th year, so it is possible. Then for real Willis, Albert Ali says, for real Willis, at this new generation, love does not exist. For all we are looking for is where to gain. And then somebody, Apollo Mankush is very right. When you are katiad with a lady, she owns you. You don't have a word in that house. It is very true. And then finally somebody saying, Willis divide us. And I say, it's Kwambox, which is you. You only get loyal financial men when you are hujatembea sana. Paraphrase. And
look, at the end of the day, I think out of
30 seconds each.
Out of all those tweets, I just want to congratulate first the person who escaped the friend zone after 11 years.
11 years.
I'm sure that is just like the epic 1% story, because once you're my friend, as in that's all you're ever going to be, okay? My friend. And lastly, remember that I know there's someone watching there and going like, oh my God, I need this advice. Remember that all this advice is subjective to an individual, because at the end of the day, we're all different. Some of those things I've just said here, those don't apply to me, okay? Me, I don't need the car or whatever. I just want someone who is real, because at the end of the day, you don't grow old with cars and houses. You grow old with like an individual, a friend, someone who. So that's my personal decision.
All right, cool.
Okay.
30 seconds each, because we are really.
After Sheila's plastic comment, I'll say this very simply. Even in the Bible, there's a story of a guy who insisted on loaf that he wanted. Paka, he was thrown for the bread through the division. So me, I'm insisting. Knock on that door till it either open or it breaks, and you get what you want if it's worth it.
Okay.
If it's bread you want, and then when you move to a pizza,
well, when I was growing up, together with my cousin. She was called Wangari. And mom at night could not call Wangari, who was older than me, to take mom to the loo, which was a bit far. I was a young boy, but mom could always tell me, chukua gishinga ya moto, pereka mimi, because what a woman needs is manhood around her. There's nothing else. Shira can make a lot of money than me, but she really needs me as a man. Kwa hivyo wanaume lazima mkofu.
Step up.
Mkofu kwa nyumba. Hata kama unakuta kila kitu ni sawa, ongea maneno. Hata kama unakuta kitanda imetandikwa, sema utaki mashit ibadilishwe. You be a man everywhere you are, and you are going to make somebody.
All right, on that I would like to say thank you so much. Of course, that is the
I'm just like, what?
That is the end of the conversation. Thank you guys for your comments on 2242 and also on the hashtag Power Breakfast. We appreciate. We'll be back next week with another hot topic. And if you think there's a topic you want us to discuss, tweet us as well and let us know, and we'll be able to talk about it. So I guess we'll see you guys with these guys next week. Mina Rudy Kesho. But we'll see you guys next week on Man Cave. Have a good day. On behalf of Joey Mudengi and Fred Ndimuli, my name is Willis Aburu, reminding you that successful people look like you and the great ones. Tuanane, Rosio.